Don't screw it up.
Every time I hear that sound, I think of two things.
You just play that off of your phone. That's your background music. Seriously?
Don't start ripping me yet, bro. I think of two things.
This is high tech.
Now I'm thinking of three
You're going to go big with this. I wonder why I don't hear you every week.
I think of three things. I think of my friend who wrote and performed this song, Brian Bent.
I knew it'd be some type of surfer sound.
He's a good man. Loves the Lord.
Hey, by the way, I almost got in a wreck in your van watching your hula lady on your dash.
I told you never
Going
look at
around
the
those
hula
curves.
ladies.
I just couldn't keep my eyes off of her. Almost killed me.
The second thing I think about is how out of control our technology is that I'm holding the phone to our podcast mic. Third thing I think about is my favorite group of men, the Dawn Patrol men. And today we have a really, truly special guest. It's not even Dawn Patrol. Our guest is our speaker at this year's men's retreat, the Men's Sabbath, the Sabbath Reset. None other than speaker, writer, leader, husband, father, all-around punk,
Dude.
Hugh Halter.
Good to be here.
Good to have you with us. We got people listening to this that aren't even men.
Just having a hard time not laughing.
You've done podcasts before.
No, first one. Let's go.
No
Let's
way.
do this. No, you're going to see how good I am.
You've been interviewed before.
Well, yeah.
In various areas, the same thing.
All right.
Except we have 6 people listening. And we're not, 3,000 people at Catalyst.
All right. So we can't screw up that many lives then.
No.
Okay.
No. Hugh comes to us from Illinois and Alton. Exciting things happening there. And he comes as a man that I met in the cafe. He came from Tyler Scott, referred Hugh to my wife and I just to see how we're doing the coffee shop and things we've learned because you were opening up one. And I just within a half hour went, I got to get Hugh around my man. And now here we are at Alliance Redwood, men's retreat, all happening all around us right now, Saturday afternoon.
Halfway through. It's going amazing. The Lord is like really rocking a bunch of our hearts. My heart. I was extremely challenged from this morning. Yep, I'm wrecked.
It's a wreck.
Already wrecked.
A wreck. And I got to say, Hugh, you fit right in. You fit right
Thank
in.
you. I'm going to take that as an awesome compliment.
It's an awesome compliment.
Because these guys are top tier, just dudes. Amazing guys, amazing stories. So yeah, I feel lucky I get to just be in the mix with them.
Mm-hmm. I'm honored to be able to walk the earth with him. So it's interesting you say that. Because I walk away from Dawn Patrol every week and I go, these are amazing men. They're amazing men. They allow, they make themselves available to what the Lord has to speak to them.
But just looking at these guys from all different colors, shades of the rainbow, stories, how long have you found it takes to get them to like bond?
That's a great
like
question.
To where they'd go, okay, these are my mates. I can hang with these guys.
It depends, I think that's a great question. And when I look back over 10 years, I think when a guy is acknowledged either by me from the front or by the guy that they sit with at their table. When they're acknowledged, everybody wants to walk into the bar. What was the bar down in Boston?
Yeah.
Cheers. And I think I was never acknowledged in school. I was always the kid that was for the slow kid, the small kid. I didn't excel in school. And that's why when I try to say, I see you and I'm glad you're here. And that's why I tease you, because I see you. Your ears, I can't believe did your mom hang you by the ears? How'd they get so big? And so, but there's in my culture of Oakland, if you were teased, you were acknowledged and accepted. Mm-hmm. If you were ignored and they didn't tease you, they didn't like you.
Yep.
And so I think when I can let a guy know we see you and we love you and we're glad you're here, I think that speeds the process up. That can also happen from the tables and these relationships out here.
I like that because as I'm watching this go on, I keep thinking about what's going on in Alton. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to envision this happening in Alton. Like I can't wait till someday I can run a retreat for local guys, but it's a very reserved culture. It's Midwestern.
Sure.
So I just found myself going, okay, what would it take for me to get guys to bond at this level, especially that many guys? Mm-hmm. So anyway, it's been great for me in that way.
I also try to tell a lot of stories. If you notice,
Yep.
I'll say, here's Sam, and here's Sergio, and here's Bob, and here's what he did.
Yep.
Because I feel like in my third grade, if they'd have known what I was dealing with at home, if they'd have known, they would have looked at me different. If I know what Sergio's dealing with, I look at him different.
Yeah, once you know what their battle is,
Yep.
then you let down judgment.
Yep.
And it can be a buddy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it bites me. I think there's guys not at the retreat that don't come to Dawn Patrol because I am authentic and vulnerable. And I do say, hey, there's Bob. Bob, you fell off your motorcycle last year, and you're walking. I didn't want people to know I fell off my motorcycle. They just won't come around.
Right.
You know, no, really, I think it bites me, but I don't know it's biting me. But I think the payoff is worth it. I'd rather have this.
Yep. Yeah, you want guys that want to be known, right?
Right, to be known. We all want to be known.
Love it.
So Alton, Illinois. Tell me just briefly what's going on in Alton.
Well, Alton is a new home 2 years ago. You know, we were out there visiting our son who was in a assisted living center. Never thought we'd move there, but long story short, God just called us there, leave Denver, Colorado, and not really moved for him. He could die at any moment, so we were like,
really?
Okay, oh yeah, he's life expectancy was 5 years of age. So
I had no idea.
Oh yeah, he almost died 4 times last year. So
oh my goodness.
You know, we've said, well, we can't move out there for him, but we went, okay, God's definitely using him and his disability and that struggle to redirect us. And you know, I mean, I told the guys I wasn't happy about it, but you know, since we've been in there just 2 years, from 0 to 100 miles an hour, from that guy giving us a building and trying to really figure out what would be good news to our town, and ends up being more of a business enterprise not as a gimmick, but as a way of life.
A blessing. Yeah. You're bringing commerce
and
people together.
You can tell God's going to build a church out of it, you know. So it's fun to do something I've never done before. I'm nervous.
Exciting.
You know, we started 4 businesses all in the same day, and I haven't done any of them. So I was like, "Oh, this is going to be fabulous."
So you nervous of why are you nervous?
Well, we got to make $35,000 a month just to like pay basic. That's a lot of money.
So you're nervous about the money?
I'm nervous about business.
Okay, you're nervous about commerce.
Do I have the ability to be a successful business owner for sure? And it's a very depressed part of town. So even though we got cool stuff going on.
Yeah.
We don't know if the town could even
Can you survive?
Yeah.
Right. So, how many percent of the buildings are boarded up?
Well, half the homes are slumlord homes.
Half the homes.
Half the homes. Yeah. So
that sounds like a great business plan. Man. I mean, that's the place to target market.
We're actually thinking about that. I mean, once we get past all this basic business, we just want to start buying up homes
and turn the place around.
I want to call it anchor house. I want to anchor good people on every street. You can buy a house for $7,000 to $15,000 will get you a nice little house.
$7,000.
Yeah, so we just want to. I don't know. I think that's as we make money. I think we're going to try and get a little bit and just start go to the bad neighborhoods and anchor some cool people in there and help them get into a house.
You have vision. You have vision. I've been hanging out with you for 2 days. You have vision. You have great ideas. You just whip that out like nothing. Boom. That's like amazing.
You just got to look, right? You got to walk and see.
Soft eyes, man.
Yeah, go, what would God do, like right here? And if you ask that, usually the answer comes pretty quick. I mean, if I roll into Alton and I try to plant a church, I think most of the pastors in town don't like me, and the city would go,
what do we need another church for? Yeah.
But we go in there and we create a business, and everybody loves us. Like we are the famous people in town, and we're trying to make Jesus famous. So it just, you know, I think Jesus would do different things what we do in most settings. And if you're trying to change a neighborhood, we'd always go, well, just get a church in there.
Yeah.
No, how about be the church and do the things that God builds his church on? So do things, you know, where the righteous prosper, the city rejoices, right? The idea that if Christians live the way we're supposed to, people would actually applaud and thank us. And that's been the story in this little building that we have. People literally come up to us in tears, never met them, and just go, thank you for doing this.
Bringing life.
It's so easy when you are good news to people.
I hope you can lead me to the Lord this weekend, Hugh. That's my dream.
Maybe
this is my weekend.
You give me that surf van, I will work a deal with you.
You're amazing. That's just vision. That's just ground. I think that you are someone who can see and build and lead because you've been through some valleys. You've been through some seasons in your life.
Somebody once said, lamentations is the key to all innovation. That's taken from the people, the Hebrew people, as they're in exile. When you're in exile, you had to. They didn't have their temple, their synagogue. They didn't have, and they had to relearn. Had to innovate. Okay, how do we follow God faithfully? And in our lives, the pain has pushed at times you want to curl up in a ball and just go forget it. But normally, I just don't like being there. So your only other option, we got to innovate out of here. We got to figure out a way to turn what is not so helpful into something that catalyzes something brand new. That's what a new wineskin is.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get, Jesus says, fresh wine,
you can't go into an old skin.
Can't. You can't put it in an old thing. So I think God allows the garbage to happen because it makes men of men. And
makes men of men. That's a great term. Makes men of men. Did you just make that up, or did you put that in one of your books?
I've never said that. It was an enlightened moment right there. That's really not that good. I just used the same word twice.
I think it's really good, though. It spoke to my soul. Don't take my moment, man. Tell me about the Journeyman. What is that?
Journeyman was, it started. I guess people say I'm an evangelist. All I think about is people coming to Jesus. So wherever I go, I always try to figure out a process to draw people that are trying to figure out God. So I join a CrossFit gym when we show up in Alton because I know I go to a ready-made community. I try not to get people to come to my house for community. I just go find the communities first. So as a family, we jumped into CrossFit and started to love on those guys. I'd walk in,
in Alton.
In Alton,
okay,
2 or 3 months, and they knew they said we were the only family that had ever moved in. So we became famous just moving in. So and they liked our whole family. My daughter was a power lifter and could lift more than most of the guys. So they just liked our whole family.
Right.
And then I just started asking the guys instead of working out with them. I go, hey, how you doing this week? And the next week I go, hey, that thing you told me about last week, how's that going?
Right.
And guys started to just, they started calling me Grandpa.
Really? Because
I cared, And once I knew I had the vote, I'd take a vote. I'd call for a vote. That's what I always teach guys. Like, get the reputation. Once you have some respect, then you can lead guys somewhere, until you got the respect. But once I knew there was some intrigue about us, I just sent out an email that said, had a picture of a bare knuckle guy.
Yeah, it's a great
graphic.
I
just thought of the name just as a gimmick, Journeyman, and it just said whiskey, meat, fire, men, Halter House, 7:30 Friday night. Come if you want.
Whiskey, meat, fire, men.
Yep.
Firemen or fire?
No, just fire and men.
And men.
Yep.
Halter's house.
Halter House. And 25 dudes showed up, and they're all 25 to 35.
And that was out of the
all
gym.
Out of the CrossFit gym.
Okay.
A few other guys that had asked other friends to come that were not CrossFitters.
Okay. But yeah, so spread a little bit.
Show up.
Got to meet Grandpa.
Yeah, we have a great night. Yep. And
I knew those CrossFit guys love whiskey.
They don't. These guys are just Bud Light. They don't even know whiskey exists. But it was it's intrigue, right?
Yeah, intrigue. Yeah, lean in. Yeah.
And I have a very extensive bar right when you walk in our old Victorian house, and I just know whether
That's
or not
shocking.
guys like it or not.
Yeah.
When they come in,
it's like, man,
oh my gosh, it's like hitting a museum or something. So, it gives you something to talk about.
Yeah.
I hardly drink any of it, honestly. Yeah. It's almost like art.
Right.
But it gets a conversation going, and it calms guys down.
Yeah. It calms guys down. Good.
That's
said.
the key. So.
Yeah.
Once they're calm, then we just had a little talk, and I asked the guys, I said, hey, have any of you ever had a mentoring group to be a part of, like where you could talk about dude stuff? And none of them had, because they're Midwesterners. They don't talk. They hold their cards
there's a veil.
Really tight.
There's a veil. What is that?
And I said, well, hey, I used to get 60 guys in my barn in Denver every Tuesday night. I was just thinking I'd love to get to know you guys more. If you guys have no interest, no biggie, but I'd be willing to facilitate that. So I said, if you want to be in that, come next Friday and we'll start that. I said, once we start, you can't bring anybody in. We're going to close the group. So let me know, RSVP. And I said, what we're going to do, we're just going to do like little saloon sessions. Once a month, I'll give a little talk. And this first 6 sessions will be about how to live an honorable life. So if you want to find out about living an honorable, topic any guy when you...
Yeah, who doesn't want to be honorable?
Yeah. So... And I don't have to overtly throw Jesus in there or whatever. I told the guys the first night where I'm at with faith. I said, if you ever want to talk about it, love to talk about it, but these are just going to be sessions on honor. And
so you meet weekly?
Nope.
Monthly?
That was just a monthly deal.
Once
just kind of just get started slow.
Okay.
Nothing too intense.
Yep.
If you go weekly with guys that barely know you, it's going to be too much. So, and we just, you could tell guys start to go deeper and deeper, and the topics are pretty heavy. So I just created 6 oaths of honor, kind of codes of honor, chivalrous codes, if you will. I said, if you make these 6 codes of honor, you're going to be an honorable man. And the dudes just love it. And then when we were done, the guys are like, okay, can we keep going? And that's now turning into a question more of their wives joining us. And so it kind of leads to...
You're planting a church.
Yeah, essentially.
Now, the inquisitive kiddies at home want to know what those 6 things are. Do we have to come on a Friday night to find those things out?
Yeah, you have to. But I made them up, month by month.
I somehow believe that with you sitting here. I believe that. And you just said, we're going to do 6. Did you just randomly pick a number? Because they went month by month?
No, I actually thought, even if you didn't believe in God, could you live an honorable life? And I thought there are 6 that a guy could do. It'd be tough. Yeah. And I told the guys, 4 of these are really hard. I think 2 of these are impossible without faith. But you can give it a shot.
Yeah.
So...
You laid the gauntlet down, man. Yeah. You call them the workout guys. What did you call it again? It's
Journeyman.
No, not Journeyman, but where you met him, the gym?
Oh, CrossFit.
CrossFit. So you challenged the CrossFit guys with these 2 are impossible, but you can give it a shot.
Yep.
Wow.
They like
genius.
That.
Oh, they love that.
They like that. So.
Yeah. And so it's been going on for 2 years now.
No, we just finished the first year of that. And then, then we got into the building. So now we're renovating the building. That, but all those guys were my mates. By that time, they're all helping me with the building.
Family.
Yeah, it's family. So, and then, it's a simple invite to an Easter gathering a couple weeks ago, and they all show. They all bring their wives and are asking us to be their spot. And we're still slow playing it. We're like, no, we're not going to do a Sunday thing for you. But
so these guys are now asking you to do a Sunday thing.
Yeah. Both churches that we started, one in Portland, one in Denver, we waited till people asked us to do the church. That was sort of the methodology. You disciple people to Jesus. You wait for them to help you decide what would be congregational life for them. And initially, in both settings, they wanted to congregate once a month. Awesome. So we do a monthly gathering, and then everybody stays in communities during the week. We had 4 years we alternated. Every other week was a church gathering. The off weeks were the on weeks. We said, where you're in your neighborhood with your friends, and we gave them really simple little to-dos of how to be a missionary community, and that was how we made disciples. So,
I'm so glad you decided to follow the Lord, because you would have been a fantastic mob boss. You got it all laid out.
I actually was in 5th grade. I was selling marijuana.
You're talking
out of my trombone case.
Out of your trombone case.
My parents thought I was in band for 2 years. And all the bongs and everything cut out.
You're talking about taking over neighborhoods one house at a time.
They just say an evangelist is a salesman. That's all. It's the same deal.
I don't see you as an evangelist. Do you? You said people say I'm one. Do you see yourself as one?
No, I never did.
I see you as an apostle.
Yeah, that's probably how I bill out now. But apostles have to start with evangelism, right?
Yes, of course.
Apostle Paul would roll into a town, and
it's built in.
You got to start from scratch. That's an apostolic gifting.
Right,
so.
Apostolic gifting, yeah. A pure evangelist is evangelist. You're a builder, leader, starter from evangelism. Yeah. The whole thing's evangelism, but you're...
But I'm an introvert. Most people view evangelism like, it's the really, really annoying, bold guy, right? Mm-hmm. I think in this culture where you
just described me to a T. Annoying, bold guy. Did you catch that, Kyle?
No, but you're so fun. You can pull it off. If you're not fun, then you can't be bold.
Then you're annoying.
But yeah. No, I just think in this culture, people are so done with rhetoric.
Yep.
They don't want people that talk at them. So I always tell people, I think introverts are better evangelists today because they listen. They use their ears instead of their face. And
I agree.
People will, if introverts ask good questions, right?
Great questions.
And then they don't talk afterwards. They keep asking another. They just shut their pie hole and just keep asking questions.
And learn. And learn.
And really eye contact. you listen and people feel loved, and then they eventually spill their beans.
I love the story of the bleeding woman. When she reaches out and touches his gown, bled for 12 years. And he's on his way to Jairus' house. And then the text says he sat, imagine, Jairus, pressuring, come see my daughter, a community leader. And it says that he sat and she told him everything. He healed her, but then they sat, I picture him on the curb, city street scene, mob scene.
Over a couple hours.
Yeah, a couple hours. Yeah. Tell me all your hurts, tell me your stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Amazing.
He's
only got 3 years to really change the world.
Right.
But he's got a couple hours.
Sit with her.
He'll sit with her.
Very important.
We won't hardly give anybody.
No. And Jairus is waiting the whole time. It's amazing.
That's a great story.
That's a great insight that introverts make better evangelists. That's great. Hey, so you come to camp. I met you 6-8 months ago, and instantly just loved who you were and how you carry yourself. And I love your Jesus. I just say that right off just knowing you. And invited you to become part of the men here, and because I knew we would be friends for till we sit with the King.
Yep.
And you walk in. What's your first? You think what was your first impression?
Well, my first impression was was the first authentic gathering of men where I saw men of every color and creed. Everybody's talking about that. Especially today, somehow something's happened in this environment where you guys have literally brought a brotherhood together. I travel all over the world. I just never see that stuff. So I was thrilled as soon as I walked in. And they didn't look real clean. I'll be honest with you. Most of these guys look like they're probably packing heat.
Yep.
And I don't know. I just felt safe.
It's true, though. We have doctors, cops.
Yeah.
I just sat and had breakfast today with 2 cops. I didn't even know that they were here. Current officers. And then we have the Fremont gentleman who's on disability now. And it's just like, and then all the felons.
You got all the felons.
And when I sent you that email, did you think I was kidding?
No, I actually believed you had felons.
No, with the 20%.
Oh, yes.
And 40 and 20.
Yeah.
And then I took it out. I said, I even got 3 Tongans and a transvestite. And I backed those guys up because I wasn't sure Malcolm and his 2 kids were going to come. There's the Tongans.
I love it.
And then my transvestite didn't come. But
he didn't come?
No.
Oh,
yeah, but I'm waiting. Keep inviting. Loving.
Alton is a very gay community, so we've got a lot of that. I would have loved to have met him, her.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And we're close. He's probably going to show up at Domshul. And I can't wait.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah, just these guys, I think they know they can be themselves.
That's exactly right. And bring their coworkers. Yeah. And bring their friends. They know that they're going to be accepted.
I literally, a lot of times I'll go into environments and it's fairly pressure filled to figure out what the spoken word needs to be like. And when I walked in and saw these guys' face, I literally felt like we can just talk. Like I could almost like converse with them. As opposed to just talk at them.
Yeah.
And it's felt like that as I've been speaking. They their reactions are they're fabulous. And you can tell they're tracking.
You're tracking?
So I'm kind of making it up as we go just because
it shows.
They're so real,
It shows. You're totally unprepared. It shows.
I've never seen so many rabbit trails in all my life.
It's the whole thing is a rabbit trail. It's a 3-day rabbit trail.
It is totally.
It is totally. And I don't know. So what do you think? Because I've never heard that. You've been all over the planet, and you've never seen this kind of diversity. And what do you think it is? You've here now. You've never seen it. What do you now sense after being with us 24 hours?
What I don't see empowerment or equiping in the church. It's usually 1 or 2 guys that do everything. I think you guys got here because you guys equipped lots of other guys to lead, and so you didn't pick all white dudes. You picked a cross section of normal people, and they will naturally reach people that are like them, right? The gospel always spreads quickest through indigenous groups. So, but you picked African American leaders and Hispanic leaders, and they know how to go get their guys, and so you equipped a movement. Where most people, they never get to movement because it's just 1 or 2 leaders at the top that do everything. So that's what I think strategically you guys have done well. You got men reaching their own friends.
Yeah.
and pastoring them with friends.
What do you think? What I'm more surprised with in this community, and what is harder to do, I think, is the age differences.
Yeah.
Because I see even in diverse ethnic communities, they're all 10, 15, 20 years off.
Yep.
This is, I think, really unique where we got the 85-year-olds and the 10-year-olds.
Yep.
And coming together.
It's fabulous.
That's hard.
And those 10, 15-year-old kids right now, they're having to grow up way faster than they used to. So what they don't need, games and playing Chubby Bunny.
No.
What they need is dudes talking about real life. So I think it's fabulous.
That's why I gave Malcolm's kid, the 10-year-old Timothy, the set of throwing knives and a pack of cigarettes. Welcome to camp.
I love that. That's awesome.
Wait till you hear Malcolm's story tonight.
Okay.
He doesn't know he's coming, but he's got quite a story.
Really?
Yeah. And so let's see, what do you right now as Hugh Halter, what's the next year look like? A man with vision who knows how to use soft eyes.
Oh, that's a great question. I'm always, everywhere I go, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to start another church.
God loves to hear that.
I know, and we get into arguments about that, but I just, I've been sensing I just need to play along a little bit easier. God builds His church, so I think for me, it's the spiritual development of that initial team of missionaries. We're all working together. Most of them work in the building with me. They're either the coffee guy or the food guy. So it's trying to create a rhythm for our community other than work. So we've been sneaking in the building Sunday nights, having time to just pray and be together. A lot of people wanting to be in that, and I've been shutting the doors.
So
I just feel like this year's probably, let's open up the door a little bit and let people, they're literally scratching at the window like, can I come? No, I just think we have to go ahead and start developing God's team.
Amazing.
As opposed to just do the business
It's
stuff.
like you're reading the Bible. I think He called it making disciples.
Yeah, but I think I should have responded a little quicker. It's just, I think when you're starting a business, you really want to make sure you get that sucker off the runway.
Yeah, and you got to pay your people, and you have a lot of stuff. You can't. What kind of a statement is it when you can't?
Yeah, we don't want to close up and pull the sheet out from underneath the town, because right now we're their living room. Everybody shows up. They stay 3, 4, 6 hours.
And you've been open
9 weeks.
Oh my goodness, 9 weeks, and you're already doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it. When's a good time to come to Illinois, where I'm not going to get hit by a tornado?
Next week. Be fine. Yeah.
Next week would be fine.
Anytime.
You're heading somewhere next week. Were you going somewhere?
Oh, Dublin,
Ireland.
Yeah, but
so I'm going to go to Illinois without my
after Dublin.
Okay.
Let's do it after Dublin.
I get my vacation in the summertime.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a great time to come to Illinois.
With the big bugs and stuff?
Yes, you'll love it. It's great climate.
I can't wait. I can't wait to book an Airbnb over there in Illinois with the boarded up. Which
you can get one cheap. I can just buy you a house for the weekend. That'd be cheaper.
Last question, Hugh, because I can sit here all day with you. I've spent 2 days with you, and I'm just loving who you are. And I'm learning so much. Sincerely. I'm learning and being reminded of some things I knew and forgot. And I'm learning some new things. Like the whole thing, Jesus wrecked stuff from the time He was born. How freeing is that? Why does that bring me so much freedom? Oh, yeah. Duh. He wrecks stuff.
It should be fun. It's old guys like you and me, we're not done. We don't like get to our 50s and go, okay.
Right.
It means at any moment, God can literally go, here's what you're doing for the next 5 years.
And that's exciting.
Right, it totally is. Yeah.
My plans suck. I'm tired of my plans.
Yeah, mine are pretty lame as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm doing right now, I would never in a million years have been able to, from a ranch in Colorado to
with horses,
a beat up little town in Illinois. The hardest part of living in Illinois, it was the thought of dying in Illinois. And I would have my tombstone in Illinois. I'm like, it's so lame. It was so cool to live in Denver.
It was when you said I'm in Illinois. I thought, what if this cat dies there? That's exactly what I thought. I don't know why that
bothers me.
Where you want to be buried?
Most of us want to go to cool, sexy cities, right?
Yeah. So the grandkids come and see.
Yeah, and I'm just learning. God doesn't care about cool.
Like, the body's not there. So, He is not there. Where would you want to be buried?
I would like to be buried right next to some of the famous cowboys of Colorado. That was what I was planning.
Really?
Yeah. you got some big namers over in Colorado. They're all up in these little hills right where we mountain bike. And I thought that'd be cool. But.
My grandfather's right across 20 feet from, who's the Doc? Wyatt Earp and Doc.
Yeah,
Doc Holliday.
Yeah.
Right across the street.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why that, because we're going to be dead. We can't really benefit from
No,
it.
you're not there.
I don't know why. Just dying.
So my dad's dentist in Paso Robles, Dr. Holliday.
Really?
Yeah. And so 4 years ago, he said, hey,
You look a little bit like the Doc Holliday on the Tombstone movie. The dude that played that guy.
Oh, Doc Holliday was the man. That's the best compliment I've ever had. Who's that? Val Kilmer?
Yeah.
You think I look like Val Kilmer?
You have a little Val look. And
What was his big line? I'll be your little blueberry. Just say when.
Just say when. I love it.
I love that guy.
Yeah, if you just let the handlebar
I have to
mustache.
do the handlebar. I was thinking of doing handlebar.
You could do it. I can already tell.
I'm going to have to talk to my son about that. Last question, Hugh, because I could sit here and we want to get you ready for the night. Dinner's coming. What's bringing Hugh Halter life? You're 51. What refreshes your soul? What do you look forward to?
A little round of golf.
Really?
Nice. But mostly my granddaughter, Mila, my little Mexican bambino. She's 10 months old. And everybody in the family says I'm her favorite, so I have to go see her sometime every day. I drop by. My kids all live within 6 blocks. So I just drop by and see Mila, or they bring her by the coffee shop or whatever it is. So.
And you say you're Mexican. What's Mila mean?
I don't know.
You gotta know it's your granddaughter. Let's make something up.
Oh, I don't know.
The Bambino, Mexican.
Mila.
I
don't know.
It sounds edible.
Little enchilada.
Like a little. You can nibble on her ears.
A little guacamole.
And go golf. That brought you joy. Did you enjoy the golf with us?
My favorite thing. I did.
You're a good golfer.
I'm not that good.
No, you're a really good golfer. Well, we were golfing with a pro.
We were.
Ben.
That was amazing too.
That was amazing. But you golfed really good, and I can tell you're a golfer. That's good. That game frustrates the life out of me.
Yeah.
And it brings you joy.
It does. Oh, it's the trees. It's 5 hours of getting away from. Normally it's a 5-hour deal, right?
Right. And you get away from everything.
Just get away. I love it.
Yeah, that's why I like surfing. You get out, the phone doesn't work, there's no clock. Hugh, I can't tell you how happy I am really just to know you sincerely. You're going to be a friend of mine forever until we're with the King. I can just feel it. I'm coming to Illinois.
I'm going to buy a surf van when I get back to Alton, Illinois, and it's going to be full of surfing stickers and little hula ladies. You've changed my life, dude. There's something of you is going to be in my life.
My wife and I, we can't wait to come to Alton, Illinois, just to see you roll and just to pray with you and to watch what God's doing through you. And I just love being around guys that are imitating Paul, who imitated Christ. That's how I see you.
I'll take it.
Yep.
I'll take it. I got lucky.
And I hope you rub off a little bit on me. Many men I've tried crossed paths with rubbed off a little bit on me, and I hope that you're one of those guys.
Well, ditto.
Yeah. Hugh, I hope to see you at Dawn Patrol sometime.
Peace out.
Dawn Patrol.
You Dawn Patrol guys.
6 a.m.
So anytime I'm just in East Bay, come on by.
Well, you're going to come to
Wednesday morning?
Wednesday morning, 6 a.m.
What if I started Dawn Patrol in Alton?
I think it'd be a smart move. And we've got 7 around the nation, 1 in Bethlehem.
Really?
Yeah, guys will move and they'll go somewhere and they'll start one.
This Tat's from Bethlehem.
No way!
Inside the Bethlehem wall. Remember this? They had the whole city of Jerusalem down
Yes.
here? That's where I got that one.
What's the ladder?
It's the Palestinians telling the Israelis, why don't you let God into the city?
No way!
God trying to get back down into the city.
I'm going to post a picture of that tat on our Instagram.
It's in the sacrilege book that I brought. I put
really?
that tat in there.
Get the sacrilege book. What other book? Flesh. Get all Hugh's books.
Happy Hour is my greatest theological work. It's
Happy Hour.
Happy Hour. How to throw a frickin' great party. Acts 10.
I love this guy.
Acts 10.
Acts 10. God bless you, Hugh. See you at Dawn Patrol someday. Dawn Patrol guys, we'll see you this Wednesday. Wish you were at camp. Maybe you're here and you're not even going to hear this till you get home. And I love you guys. Peace out.
Who is that?
Brian Bennett.
Can you send that? Text me?
Yeah.
I love that music.
It's great music. He's got 3 albums.
See,